So, the beginnings of Transfer 2, Transfer Harder have begun.
Don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling lies.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons with me, someone 3 pounds lighter solely in hair. As always, of course, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like, smash the algorithm, do the thing, you know the drill. Apologies for the frizzy boy hair today. I hadn't had a haircut in such a long time that I forgot to buy any kind of hair product because, let's face it, I haven't actually needed it for a while. So yeah, excuse the random mad scientist hair. Started off yesterday. I mean, it wasn't the best result. This is the thing, and I feel like a lot of it was down to match fitness, something we can definitely look to work on in future seasons as we sort of plan into these sort of strategies. But I don't think we played that badly overall, and I think we probably still should have won. So it's still not a bad sign for us to start things off. Just a couple more signings to come in and stuff like that, just to really bulk out the squad a little bit more. And I think we should have a really good team that can challenge, if not for promotion, because I am a bit concerned about that, but definitely for that sort of top 3 or 4 spots. But you never know. The sides that came down might not be as good, although they have won both of their opening games. Got a ton more trialies in, so we might be able to find a few more players before the end of the window. That, and we have actually made a couple of signings, so I'll show you those guys right now, as I definitely think they are going to strengthen us, particularly defensively, which is a key area for us. So we're looking off screen here. Who have we got? So the first one, of course, I showed you last episode. John Otto has joined us, £1,000 a week. I think he's a good bargain. I thought he might leave to go somewhere else, but I think he's a really good option for us. He's not spectacular at all, but he's got okay jumping, reach decent speed and whatnot, good tackling and marking. His heading isn't spectacular. That's the one area of his game that isn't brilliant, but he is a very good on-the-floor defender. Maybe lacks a little bit of aggression too, but I'm a fan. I'm going to put him on aerial training, though, to be sure. And I was also in the process of signing up Arne Cassette, who has come in eventually, essentially, from Turnhout over in Belgium. Now, he's on a bit more money, and he's a little bit taller, but has similar kind of attributes to John Otto, but slightly better in the air, potentially slightly worse in the tackle. But just to have that kind of quality in that back, we now have a decent set of players that can play in our back line for us. And there's lots and lots of options in there, should we need to rotate and get injuries this season. He's on a bit more cash, but again, I just felt like we needed a little bit more backup. Honestly, the main reason I was going in for Cassette at the time was just because I assumed we'd lose Otto, and the one time we actually did get the player, well, we've ended up with both of them because they both got confirmed at the same time, and I was happy to make it happen, to be honest. So, the beginnings of Transfer 2, Transfer Harder have begun. I expect to see more from them later. Now, I feel like Cassette might not be able to come straight in today, but I definitely feel like Otto has to, possibly even in place of Z, to be honest. A brand new centre-back pairing this year. Obviously, match fitness is still coming up. I think within 2 or 3 matches, we'll be back to perfect match fitness, and really we'll start to see the best out of this team. Bosic on this left-hand side this year does seem to be like the play for me. I've enjoyed him last season, and I think he might be able to do a good job for us there, but we've still got Nandori. There's tons of options for us, basically. Booty still won't make the bench today. Don't worry, he will get his chance. Actually, oh no, maybe not. I thought the Bagayoko would count, but maybe he doesn't. I am kind of tempted, actually, for today to go back to Tolic and Jurisic in that midfield, because they did such a good job for us there last season, and I wasn't overly enthralled by Bagayoko in the last match. Not that I was really enthralled by anybody in the last match, in fairness. I'm happy to accept, like last season, that we are going to probably have a few little teething problems as we get going into the year. As long as it doesn't go on past, like, oh no, can't have number 12. 10 games, then I'm fine. I feel like if we have a couple of poorer results at the very start of the year and then start to get the momentum going, I will accept that. Because long term, I believe in this system and the players we've got. I actually believe in the players we had at the end of last season as well. Were very, very good. And with the right improvements, which I think we've made now, or starting to get there, I think there's a team here that can definitely challenge. And should the season end with a bit of disappointment, then I'd like to think that we might be able to get one more coaching badge under our belt. And yeah, we could leave with our heads held high, knowing that we tried our best, you know? And that's fine. Sometimes it's okay to do that. But I also believe that we can achieve some big stuff here at Szeged, and I want to see where we can go with it for now. I think these guys are newly promoted as Stahl's freak. Oh wow, inside 2 minutes, Albert Stahl, second goal of the year. He scored in the last game, he scored in this game. He is definitely oozing those Remy Fombatas vibes, but he's definitely, like, towards the end of the last season at Ermis, when Fombatas just started scoring for days, that's basically Albert Stahl under my tutelage. I don't know why he's so good in front of goal. Oh, can he find the cross? He does! Oh, with a lovely finish from Marko Jurisic, and it's 2-0 inside half an hour, and the Szeged boys, albeit I think against the newly promoted side, either that or we just didn't play them in the part we managed last season, are looking good right now. I'd take 4 points from our first 2 games. Yes, they're both at home and it would have been nice to win both of them, but just getting off to a not embarrassing start is a good start for us. And what a great volley that is from Jurisic. An assist from Stahl. Happy days. 28 minutes gone. There's a nice little bit of practice for us in a way. And Greg showed at the back post. Can he dink it back across? Oh, he's tried. He's got it back again, though. Oh, beautiful. Unbelievable play. 3-0 to Szeged. Apostolos, Geladaris, the Czech, who doesn't sound Czech, he sounds Greek or Cypriot, with the goal. I don't know how that even came about. Greg does brilliantly here, but I can't believe he's actually picked this out. What a little beautifully flighted cross. And then the goalkeeper is just completely, I don't know, all over the place. It's 3-0 Szeged. Come on, lads, this is better. Who needs match fitness, eh? Osvat's ball through. And oh my god, it's now a penalty. It's now a penalty. We could be 4-0 up in 39 minutes. Albert Stahl will take it, presumably. Well, I just don't even have words for this first half period. We're about to score, by the way. It looks like potentially 4 shots on target in a row. So, you know, it does happen, as we know in the last game. Hopefully we can kick on and actually batter them a little bit more rather than just scoring every shot on target. But hey, it's nice to see it happen to us. So we'll take it. Szeged 4, Ivanca 0. What a first half. Another 4-0 half-time mode. Why is it about this tactic and 4-0 up at half-time? I feel like this happens way too often for my liking. Well, not for my liking. I love it. It's just really strange. They've got a lot of players back and they've actually muddled that one up too. Kovacevic. Oh, here it comes. Jurisic. Stahl. Are we building up to some magic? Osvat. Stahl. Many bodies in the box. In fact, an overload of bodies, arguably. Ball through. Bosic's header, and it's well saved. I was going to bring on our big, tall striker man, but unfortunately, due to squad reg, we have to keep Greg on at the moment as he's in the box, and he very nearly made it 5 there. What a chance. I am very happy with this performance from the lads. It looks like it is going to be 4-0, as is always the case, it seems, when we go up at 4-0 at half-time. Usually always ends with a 4-goal win of some sort, but it doesn't matter. 4-0 to Szeged. We had some chances in the second half. We just weren't able to dispatch them. I guess there's an element of complacency when you get that far ahead so quickly, but keeping the clean sheet is a good sign. Looked very, very defensively stable in today's game. Much more like it going forward from the lads. Great goals from 2 from Stahl as well. Jurisic with a great goal, and Geladaris as well getting in there. Just a great all-round performance from the lads. Defenders were sublime in this kind of game, and this is where we need them to be good. I'm excited now. That has really perked me up. Right, we've got 5 off-camera games now. I'm back for Debrecen, which could genuinely be a top-of-the-table clash. Look how much of the ball we get in that area of the pitch. My lord. Back in a sec. Right then, we're back. And, well, we lost 1-0 to a penalty in the 3rd minute, given away by Kovacevic. Very frustrating game. Pretty good performance-wise, pretty even match. Not our best defensive display by any means. Really took a while to get back into this, but definitely should have found an equaliser, but didn't. And there goes our 14-match unbeaten run. It's a shame. I think we lost to these guys in the first game at the club as well. Thankfully, though, next up against Ica, we were able to grab ourselves a goal through Albert Stahl, of all people, to give us a 1-0 victory in the 68th minute. A pretty poor performance up until really that goal. We actually kicked on quite nicely after that, but were unable to find a second one, but defensively stayed very, very strong. So to come back from that poor result with a good away victory, who was 7th place at the time as well, I really did take that very nicely. And again, Stahl with another goal. But then we really got the motor running against Budafok. Last year, I think we struggled a bit against them. Bosic with a lovely header gave us the lead after just 12 minutes in this game, and he was the man in this match. He's probably the best performance I've seen from an individual player in this entire save. Gets in there again, off of the Bagayoko cross to make it 2-0 on 36 minutes. He was just, everything he touched turned to gold. We won a penalty before half-time. He slaps that one home for his hat-trick on the night in the first half, would you believe, as well. And then we get the ball out on the right-hand side at the start of the second half with Osvath, and eventually whips it through. There's Bosic on there again. 4th goal of the night for Radovoy Bosic to make it 4-0. But we still weren't done. Still had more in the tank here. Again, look at the overlap here. Stahl getting into a great position, drives another one home, and I think that actually was his 5th goal of the season already, to make it 5-0. But it wouldn't be us without us sort of taking our foot off the gas a little bit there. But to be fair, nice bit of football from the lads here, and Sabo gets through. Good finish at the near post, past his value as our actual goalkeeper had food poisoning. But a 5-1 victory against Budafok. We were just brilliant in this game. Created so many chances. A 10 out of 10 for Bosic as well. The first player to score 4 goals for any of our teams in this save. Phenomenal stuff. Really pleased. We needed that to bounce back. But then next up, away at Dorog. This was one of the weirder games I've had for a while. So right before this, Kovacevic has had a really bad time of it. His average rating over the season at this point was 6.38. And then we came into this game, I had a chat with him about his performances, and he just said that he was happy to stay at the club. And all of a sudden, The player is blooming back into the player that we know he can be again. Now, they went down to 10 men in the 9th minute, right before this, as it goes, after someone was sent off for elbowing Gretschko. But then Kovacevic scores his first goal of the season, and you see the way he celebrates. Brilliant stuff. Unfortunately, though, we did concede not long after that against the 10 men, as Bardos gets in there to make it 2-1. However, we did some more magic here. Star getting the ball out on the right-hand side, whips it out to Osvath. Eventually, the ball is put into the box, and who will be on the end of it? But of course, it's Radovoj Bosic to make it 2-1. However, not long after that, we also got a red card of our own. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Mikhailov, was sent off for handball. He was on a booking from 10 minutes earlier, and he gave away a random handball in the middle of the pitch and was sent off. So both sides finished with 10, but we came out with a 2-1 victory, and I was extremely impressed with that. Not that they offered much themselves, but still, we got away with it. And then it was away to Girmot. And another really strong performance from the lads, as again, once you'll see here, Kovacevic gets it on the edge of the box, unleashes a belting goal to score his second goal in as many matches to make it 1-0. And we kind of just kicked on. However, we conceded one of these goals. We've all seen it. Yeah, you just know that when the ball's there, it's going to be a goal. Annoying to not win this one. I think we were pretty good again, and frustrating not to get the result, but still, I think you can see that we're very much moving in the right direction with this now. Honestly, probably could have got more points from this spell of fixtures, but we're still right in there. And boy, do I mean right in there. Second in the league right now, to only Debrecen are in front of us. These guys have won 7 league titles and 6 cups in Hungary. They are no mugs. Unbeaten so far this season. You'll see, though, that newly relegated, look, they won the first game, but they're already 6 points off the top of the league. They've really, really struggled. Now, I did have a load more players on trial, but honestly, nobody really looked good enough for me to want to bring them in. You can still see that somehow, despite having 7 league games under their belt, a lot of them still don't have full match sharpness, which is just baffling to me. But there you go. So obviously, we were missing Mikhailov for the last game, so we'll bring him back in. And unfortunately, Otto is now is out for 3 weeks with a twisted ankle, so he's going to be missing a few games. So it's an opportunity for Kassert to come in and sort of try to assert some dominance in this team. Rest of it, I'm happy with, quite simply. Bosic, this has basically been the front line I've been preferring for every single match right now. Booty did come off the bench in one of the games, but you can't really go wrong with these guys at the moment, although some of their ratings have still been a bit sus in certain places. But we've been winning games with them in the team, and that, for me, is still a good sign. You can see that Kovacevic definitely pulling things back towards the end here, so hopefully we'll see. Deutsch will, of course, come onto the bench for... where's he gone? For Furco. I always feel bad for Regan Booty, but, like, we have to do... We can't use him right now, not when there's players in the team that are playing better than him, in theory. Although, I mean, let's face it, we're still winning. If we start to go on a poor run of form, then I'd be tempted to change things around. But right now, despite their not amazing average ratings, they have still performed relatively well as far as the team overall. So I think that's going to be our lineup for today's game. Happy to go with that. We've just got through the big fixture congestion period, and we managed to really not lose anyone major other than Otto for a couple of weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that for the most part. Keeping people like Stahl and Bosic fit, I think, is the key. And Gretschko as well. Apparently we owe them from the last time. Presumably that was in that one top flight season we did so far in this save. Not with us in charge. Wow, the players look up for this. This is what I like to see. Now, if we were to beat Debrecen here, that is a statement and a half, because we'd go to the top, and we'd prove that we're capable of beating teams that were in the top flight last year and have won bloody league titles, albeit that was years ago. And I think that would be a really nice statement for us to make here. But I do wonder if we're going to be quite strong enough to make that happen. I feel like they will eventually run away with this league, and that the main battle is going to be for second spot, particularly as the other relegated team don't look anywhere near as competent at this level. And I think that's really opened up the league for us, potentially this season. Tolic, Bosic, out wide for Stahl, there's an overlap potentially. I just want to see Gretschko get involved a little bit more. He's still putting up okay ratings, just not really developing the goals that we might have seen from him towards the end of last season. 16 overall and none yet this year. Hopefully he'll get his moment. Mikhailov, back for Tolic again. Might just be a cross one. And Stahl's in there again, and that possibly could have been a goal. Maybe should have been even. But so far, it's looking like it's all Szeged. The lads are really on it today. Gretschko into the channel. He's into the box. Goes out of the box again, though, sadly. Whips it through. Bosic's header! And it's 1-0 Szeged. Radovoj Bosic with his 6th goal of the episode. Every goal he's scored has been in today's video. 6 goals already for Bosic. I mean, he's doing what I wanted out of that role. And I don't think anyone has really played the role as well as he has so far. Great balling from Gretschko. Lovely little stooping header from Radovoj Bosic. And it's 1-0 after 7 minutes. Come on! And we deserve it. I'll be honest, not a lot has happened since. In fact, nothing, you might say. All right, here we go. Pushkas with the ball over the top. Oh, this is going to be one of those horribly, just really simple ones, isn't it? Yeah. Yunus Banu Marzouk scores for Debrecen. That's frustrating. I think sometimes that's just down to pure positioning of our players. When it's a dead ball situation like that, so deep, and he has the head start, but he just randomly takes a few steps forward and allows him in behind. It's a great finish from Marzouk, but... it was their first shot, of course, but I don't know. We've not been brilliant in this game so far. Oh, come on. Zilcic. Saved by Monty. That was an embarrassment of a penalty from him right there. I cannot believe he tried that. That is Aguero-esque. That is Lookman-esque. Oh, dearie me. Lazar Zlicic has just embarrassed himself. Yes, silly man. Right, okay, we've got away with that a little bit there, but oh God, imagine if they'd been 2-1 up from 2 shots. Right. Second half, though, we've got so much of the possession, we have to make use of it. You want to make sure you take advantage of these moments, really, when they come along, because they've not been on their best game today, for sure. They're a very high-scoring team, and we've kept them to basically nothing so far. Oh, I mean, what an effort from Suto, and it's 2-1 to Debrecen. Every shot they had, basically should have been a goal. Oh, that is insane. What a finish. There's me just saying we've kept them to a minimal, and I guess that's that kind of difference, really, when you can do... Bloody hell, what an effort from Suto. I don't even know how he's got his foot around that from that position. Right, we're going attacking. This game has been like a whirlwind of randomness, I've got to say. So happy starting off with, and we're looking pretty good, and we've still not looked bad at any point as it's now 2-2, as Christoph Greksho gets his first goal of the season, and I think we might be in for another one of those mad second halves, my friends. I don't know why he's celebrating by himself, and the goalkeeper's just staring into the abyss. It's 2-2, and we are back in the game, and I think we deserve that. For sure. Is that Mikhailov with a great ball in? Greksho just... Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Tolic. Greksho's so good at just peeling deeper in there, and he scored a goal like that in the last game of last season, I feel like, where he just drops really deep. I feel like there's blood in the water, and that we are capable of a result here. Stahl's won it again. They're giving up space. A lot of it. Osvart with the ball around the side, and Greksho's in again. Surely he won't shoot from this angle. That is not a penalty. This match has been mental. There's no way that's a penalty. I mean, it literally is because it's been given. But now Albert Stahl has a chance to turn up here and make it 3-2 to Szeged. And he's put it in. Stahl makes it 3-2 to Szeged from the penalty spot with his 6th goal of the season. Absolute robbery of a pen. There's no way that should have been given. But we now lead Debrecen by 3-2. Oh, we bloody love a 3-2. I am actually going to make a centre-back sub because Kasertz is knackered at the moment. And we're also going to get Nandori on for Bosic because you know what he can do in games exactly like this. Just gives us something slightly different with that left foot. Greksho with the first touch. Oh, no. This game. I think he just keeps going. I think the defender's going to let him all the way through. Nandori's all the way through. Can he finish it? No, he can't as the keeper's there again. And it's still 3-2 to Szeged. I think this either ends 4-2 or 3-3. There's no way there's not going to be more goals in this match. Greksho, can he find the pass? He does, and it's Kovacevic. This time it's blocked by the defender, and he could have had his 3rd goal in 3 games. We're going to time waste after this passage of play just to see this game out at 3-2 now. We've done a brilliant job just getting back into this match, and oh God, it could be continuing here, though, as Bunu Marzouk's through again. Don't foul him. Oh, my God. It's the 3rd penalty this referee has given in the same game, and I'm honestly not sure any of them were penalties. Ben Yel now steps up, and it is a pen, and it's a goal, and it's 3-3. Oh, I honestly don't think any of the penalties given in this match were penalties. They've got 2 of them, albeit they missed 1 of them, but Christ. Oh, I suppose that balances it out on the pens front, doesn't it? The keeper's not going to say both of them. What an absolutely mad game. Szeged 3, Debrecen 3. We've been behind, we've been in front, we've been level, we've done it all. There's been 3 penalties, one of them's been missed. There's been basically everything. Oh, hang on, surely not. Oh, imagine if he got on the end. We do fall to 3rd as someone actually overtakes both of us in this game. But what on earth was that for a match? So many just weird decisions being made by players on both teams here. It was certainly not one for the defenders, I've got to say. Cassette somehow got a good rating before all of that. Yeah, I have no words. That was a mad game. That post shot by Greksho was such a turning point, it felt like. I don't know, we just seemed to lose a bit after that, but to be fair, that's how it goes. We're still 3rd in the league, right in that battle though, and I feel like, honestly, playing as well as that against a team as good as them does make me feel like we could beat just about anybody in this league this season. And again, it's not a defeat, which is so important to just keep... We're very good at not losing, albeit, we did have that 1 defeat so far, who are now below us, but I think it bodes well for us still. It's an absolutely mad game. We've certainly got no shortage of goals in us as things stand. We've been very good defensively. Hadn't conceded more than once in a game this season until then. So to give you an idea of where we're at. So next episode, we come back away at 13th place Giori in there too. And we've got some quite tough ones coming up because we've got Pecci in there too. Now they might be 12th currently, but I still suspect they're going to be a good side this season. So if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That'd be phenomenal. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be good too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. And if you're not already following on Twitch, tomorrow we have the Champions League final with Tromsø. So if there's ever a stream to check out, it's probably going to be that one. So I'll see you guys there soon as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.